China has played a significant role in mediating the recent peace agreement between Iran and Saudi Arabia, according to Wu Bingbing, director of Peking University's Center for Middle Eastern Studies. Bingbing noted that the agreement, which commits both countries to re-establishing ties, was part of China's long-term diplomatic efforts in the region and was in line with Beijing's Global Security Initiative, which aims to propose an alternative global security order. The director added that the two countries had agreed to reopen their embassies within a maximum period of 2 months and that the talks had been facilitated by China's balanced relationship with both Iran and Saudi Arabia. Great discoveries and improvements invariably involve the cooperation of many minds. The stability of the Middle East region is important for China because it has mutual interests with the countries in the region, such as the energy sector, infrastructure building, financing, and manufacturing sectors. Chinese trade with Middle Eastern countries is also important. However, these interests can only be achieved if the region is stable and tensions between countries are reduced. If there is instability in the region, it can have a negative impact on China's investment and trade. All that glitters is not gold. Some may argue that China's involvement in the region's affairs could be seen as an attempt to increase its own influence and undermine the role of other powers, such as the United States. Additionally, some may question China's commitment to human rights and its potential willingness to overlook human rights abuses in its pursuit of economic and strategic interests in the region. And the reasons why some may question China's commitment are: first, China has a history of human rights violations within its own borders, including the suppression of political dissent, restrictions on freedom of speech and assembly, and mistreatment of ethnic and religious minorities, such as Uyghur Muslims in Xinjiang. Second, China's Belt and Road Initiative, which involves significant investments in developing countries, has been criticized for facilitating human rights abuses and environmental degradation in recipient countries. For example, Chinese companies involved in Belt and Road projects have been accused of using forced labor in countries such as Cambodia and Pakistan. Third, China has been criticized for its support of authoritarian regimes that are accused of human rights abuses. For example, China has been a major supporter of the government of Syria, which has been accused of war crimes and crimes against humanity during the Syrian civil war. Fourth and final, China's recent actions in Hong Kong, including the imposition of a controversial national security law and the crackdown on pro-democracy protests, have raised concerns about China's commitment to the human rights of its own citizens and the citizens of territories it governs.